People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right, we're back. And this week we have a handsome French-Canadian magician for you guys. This dude, I mean, he looks like a rock star. He's got hair that I only could dream about. And I've known this guy for over a decade. We've only communicated online, but we feel like we know each other. Everybody, it's Alex Boyer. What's up, buddy? How are you?
What's up? I'm great. Thanks for having me. I'm psyched. I'm excited for this podcast.
Did I go too far by saying he's handsome? Would you agree?
It looked like he had a little bit of embarrassment there.
Handsome dude.
Yeah.
Handsome dude.
Yeah.
Look at the drum set behind him.
The thing is that I used to be a fat kid, you know, so like I'm not used to receive compliments and stuff, right? So when people say that like I'm handsome, I'm just like, well, in my mind, I'm still a fat kid, you know. Well, so yeah, there we go. But thanks for the amazing intro. I'll take it.
You got a really cool look. It's awesome, man. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
You don't have all the tattoos and the beard thing going on like the mentalists over in Europe. You got a cool look, man.
That's right. That's because I'm Canadian. I don't look like a serial killer.
All right. So we do know each other. I know of your work. I don't know how much work you know of mine, maybe a little bit. But sure. I want to get started. I was looking at your website. I didn't see a bio or anything. Tell me about your start magic. On Fool Us, you said you got started real young. Tell me about that.
Right. So it's kind of the usual story. But for me, there's a small twist in mine. So when I was younger, every time we had dinner, me and my parents, we were watching TV. And one day, a huge thunderstorm hit our city and we had a power outrage, basically. So the power went out. And when the power came back, the TV came back on, actually, and it was a magic show. And I was hypnotized by what I was seeing, by what I was watching, and it was Alain Chaquette, probably one of the best, biggest name that came from Canada as a magician. He's still going. He does like 100 I don't know how many shows he does per year, but at 60 something, he's still going. So I saw him and I was just hypnotized by what I was watching. And I was like, this is what I want to do when I grow up. That's the only thing I want to do. And I was like 4 years old when I saw him, when I saw his show on TV. And my parents knew there was something there, you know. I really liked drawing as a kid. I still draw a little bit, but like I was just obsessed with magic. And there was no, like, I'm 31, right? Am I 31? Yeah, I'm 31. So I come from the age of like books, mentor, DVDs, and online magic, which is super weird, right? Because usually magician comes from like, oh, I learned it from books and mentors or online, which is crazy, from YouTube. So I learned magic from a little bit, from a little everywhere. There was no magic shop in town. So the only way I could create magic was to go into the library, rent a book, and try to come up with my own method. So what I was doing, my dad is also my parents are like hippies, right? So they're like old music lovers, art lovers. So they really wanted me to just use my brain a lot and try to do stuff, anything, right? And so I was reading magic books, and instead of reading the method, I was just reading the effect. And I was like, maybe I could come up with my own method. So that's how I started to create magic. Um, and afterwards, I wanted to discover a little bit more. So I was watching David Copperfield on TV, David Blaine, again, Alain Chaquette. And I was like, I think I can do it. So I was just trying to mimic what they were doing, their moves, how they were acting. And yeah, that's how I learned magic, basically. And afterwards, it's a little bit of a blur. But oh, actually, Alain Chaquette did a a VHS. For people out there that doesn't know what a VHS is, it's a cassette. And he thought 10 magic tricks for beginners. And I learned from that. I remember during Christmas time when I was like 6 years old, my grandma bought me this VHS and I was again just obsessed with it. Every minute of my life, every second, I was just watching it, trying to be better at it, practicing magic because this is what I think in the world of magic right now we're missing. It's practice. Um, yeah, I said it. I said it. Uh, but yeah, so I've just been obsessed with it. And in elementary school, I had the opportunity in actually kindergarten to just do a show a week. And it was not a show, it was just me doing one trick a week. But that really set the tone for me to really understand that this is what I wanted to do. Like this is like nothing else. This magic, going to bars, partying, and that's it.
Wow. Wow. All
Yeah.
right. So my Elaine Chaquette story. Have you met him? Have you gotten to hang out with him and meet him?
You mean Alain Chacat?
Yeah, and tell him that he inspired
Yeah.
your career?
So I, for me, it's so crazy. Like right now, I'm getting older. Obviously, I'm still young, but I feel like I have the life of like a 60-year-old guy. I don't know if it's because I party too much, but I feel this way. And I don't know how the life works or the universe, but now he's one of my best friends in the entire world. He's my mentor as well. He helped me so much with so many things just to try and be a better version of myself. Because as a performer, you know that when you're true to yourself, people feel it, the audience feel it. And I think that's the key to a good show and or for a good performance. So he's helping me a lot. It's just crazy. I pinch myself every morning. It's nuts. I'm just so passionate about it. Can you tell?
That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, I mean, I have that with Penn and Teller. I mean, they
Oh,
text,
yeah.
call me. I Christmas cards. We go to visit.
I
We get
know.
renewed our wedding vows, and they walk my wife down the aisle. Come on, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane. It's insane. Well, fuck, congrats on that, man. That's
No,
that's huge. It's sometimes you don't know what life can give you, like the little gifts. And even when you're like tired of it or you try to quit, there's something that life gives you. I'm not like a religious guy, but I'm a little bit spiritual. But like I believe in this, when you work enough and hard enough to what you really want, like that's the secret of life. Life will just give you stuff. And it's your choice and it's your it's the way you're gonna take it. Are you gonna be like, oh, this is just you're not gonna care about it, or you're gonna make something about it? And yeah, there's a little gift like that every time, everywhere, and there's magic in my life all the time.
that's awesome, dude.
Emotional music.
So Elaine Choquette came down to New Jersey and lectured, and
Oh wow.
I bought his DVD. It was a show DVD. It was just his full show, no teaching or anything, no
Right.
lecture. He walks out. He commands the audience. They
Oh,
Elaine Choquette. He comes out and he goes in French. I have no idea. And the audience laughs. It must have been a 30-second just nonstop roars. I asked my wife. She took French in college and high school. What
nice.
saying? How do you get the audience to be on your side? Inside joke that they know him, or is he
Yeah.
that funny? What the hell did he say? She said he spoke too quickly.
No
She has
idea.
no idea.
And years since
Yeah.
I've taken French, and I don't know anybody else that speaks French, so it's very rusty. And I'm like,
Right.
I out one word, and I said, that's what that word, and I don't know.
It
And
was
then
Yeah,
she,
Quebec French is something else for sure. Quebec French is different from like French.
see,
Like French mixed with English, mixed with slang. It's just like it's a bit weird, but yeah, man, he's the best. He's a king. Um like he's in one of my top three for sure. Let me tell you a quick story. Just because I just saw his show 2 weeks ago, right? He's like, come backstage with me. Let's have a glass of wine, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So maybe an hour before the show. So he takes me and he's like, hey, I just wanted to tell you that you're gonna be mad at me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, as a magician, you're gonna be mad at me. Like every other magician would see that, they would be mad at me. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, come on stage. I go on stage, and his setup for his 1 hour, 40-minute show is a shelf, a table, two decks of cards, a jumbo card, one illusion. That's it, dude. All right. And for magicians watching here that are sometimes working too much to put too many effects in your shows, here's the proof of being an entertainer betting on yourself is way more important than the actual tricks. If people fall in love with you before anything else, your job is done, you know? And yes, I was mad at the end of the show. I was just like, oh my God, this is so crazy. People were laughing, they were crying, they were applauding, they were passing out. But yeah, it was pretty cool, just a quick story for magicians watching this podcast right now. I think it's very inspiring, actually.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, we have an illusion show Saturday, and it's a 2-hour load in. Yeah, and it's for us. It's like that's the work, man. The show's fun, but that's the work.
Yeah, for sure. And to come back to like sometimes less is more, it's like your coin effect, and the entire audience, they're like they're all witnessing magic. They're all witnessing magic in a different way. Alain does a trick similar to than that. You probably saw Blaine doing it recently. He's like he's the one who created it, but it's just a deep card. No, is that it? No, I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but when you go like this, you flip half and a little bit more. Yes, this one. So he does it with the whole audience, basically, right? You probably saw Blaine actually. He did it a couple of times recently, but like having those kind of moments and those kind of effect that everyone can participate at the same time. Ooh, baby, gold, gold.
Did he give the whole audience decks of cards?
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
He's quite something. Yeah,
All
he's
right.
great.
So go ahead. Go ahead. I don't want to mess you up.
Hmm.
You good? I thought you were going to say something. I didn't want to cut you
Oh
off.
no, 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 I'm good. I'm great.
You were talking about trying to create your own magic. I remember carrying around my Abbott's catalog in my book bag as in a high school. I couldn't afford anything. So I would and you're just reading the description, so you don't get the effect. And I'm
Right.
trying to create magic just from reading what that trick would be. And I'm trying to create it that way. So that was just a different way of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? I think it builds your brain as a creator, as an artist as well, as a thinker, as a what's funny, like I'm just it doesn't really it's not magic related, but like some of my friends are not able to use a screwdriver, and the fact that we can like build just anything, man. Like what did I just build recently that was just crazy? Anyways, all this to say, it's like, oh, I want to make a flower appear out of my eyeball. I'm just saying something like that, just giving an example, but like we have to build that as magicians, like we have to come up with a method to do that or well, anything basically. It's just cool. I just love it. I just
Every season we do resorts. So we try to put a new show together every
Right.
year. I
Oh,
learned that overkill because it's timeshare. I thought timeshare, they came back every year, but it's 80% new people. I didn't have to change it up that much. But now we have a repertoire of 25 years of doing magic at this place. And I ask Natalie every year, what do you want to do this year? Think of something. We'll create it. But given her that open, she doesn't know what to do.
I know. I'm like, can you narrow it down just a little? I don't know.
but that's the thing. We can make anything. What do you want to create? What do you want to do in your character? And it's hard because it's too open,
I know this. I'm the guest here, but let me ask you a question. How do you start creating a trick or an effect? Do you have an idea before of the actual effect you want, or you hear a song, or what's your creative process towards that?
Every year it's different. I wanted to do a trick with a cell phone, so I worked backwards. All I knew is I wanted to borrow a cell phone because you can't borrow cash anymore. And then I worked that way with with flip. I mean, I was just flipping a coin, and I was like, holy crap, I got something here. And that was it. I mean, I was literally watching magic videos. I remember vividly where I was. She was cooking dinner upstairs in our other house. My magic room was downstairs. I could hear her shuffling dishes, and I'm just in there flipping a coin. I'm like, whoa, I got something. So you never know where it's going to come from. You might get the beginning, you might get the end. Sometimes they're harder to write when you start at the beginning because you don't know where it's going to go.
Right.
I like starting at the end and working backwards.
That's a great tip. That's a great.
Yeah.
One of my friend, Marc Trudel from Montreal, he gave me a tip when I was a cute little kid. Well, when I was a kid, and he used to write a lot of different gimmicks on a piece of paper, place it in a hat, different object, place it in a hat, just a bunch of stuff, and he was gonna pick like three or five and come up with an effect or a trick or a routine with those words basically. And I thought that was very interesting.
Just to get the creative juices flowing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm,
that's
te-
cool.
I'm teaching a magic class right now, and I teach for homeschool groups during the weekdays, right? No shows during the day. And I'm really losing office work time, but it also gets me creatively flowing because the kid said he wants to create a box that is a Minecraft portal. I don't know anything about Minecraft. And he wants to put these silver in and pull out a sword because that's how Minecraft works. I don't know anything about Minecraft. I'm not giving you a sword. I'm not building this box. We don't have the budget for that. What do you? So we created this illusion, and every kid, it's different. One kid is 8 years old. He's been to 8 different countries. That's unique. Let's go with that. So we're making a fake passport. We're having somebody choose a playing card. We're putting in his passport. And then he says that I travel so much. My mom says I have to put it in this envelope for safekeeping, but we travel
Yeah.
so much. My passport sometimes takes trips without me. So it vanishes and reappears in the back of the audience, and
Oh,
the
dude.
card's in it. Yeah.
So
So
good.
it's fun. So it really helps me creatively. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I
But
wanted to create during the pandemic, I wanted to create stuff for just for the camera, And that was like a big creative process also to do like, but at the same time, like I've been not trained, but like my experience doing magic online, what's cool with that is that you can rig things everywhere like around the screen and people won't see anything, Like one of the effect that I came up with was like talking about perspective, right? Like, see how the scissors are not that big, And if you just take it and place it right in front of the lens like this, you can play with the perception of things, you know?
wow, that
Yeah.
looks great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the
Dude.
scissors are average.
So tell me about your Foolus experience. How was that for you?
Amazing, stressful, amazing, excited. The team at Full Us are just great. As I was sure I was going to be able to fool them because when I was on a meeting with Mike Close, he was like, "All right, all the producers get out of the call. I want to talk to Alex personally." I'm like, "Okay, good." He's like, "So what's your method?" I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "Yes, I'm gonna fool them. I'm gonna fool them." Didn't fool them.
Oh.
So when
But
did you go on?
was that
When did you go on?
during the pandemic?
Well, you had all those people up there. I just watched the clip. The way they edited it, I couldn't tell it was during pandemic.
Oh man, no, the team at Full Us for real, they're amazing. Like they treated me like I was, that like Rio was my own stage, It was amazing. I was proud of myself because it was the first time, which is crazy for me, but that I learned a script, a full script in English. Usually I perform in French, and since that day I've been doing like shows everywhere in English, traveling, so that's very cool. But like I really pushed myself to just try and be a better performer on stage, but also on TV. I think it was my first stage performance on TV. I had Big Trick Energy before that, again during the pandemic, which was totally insane. But yeah, the experience was amazing. Like Lincoln, all the producers are just great. It was amazing. It was fun.
But Big Trick Energy, you can edit, and if something happens, there you can kind of edit, but it's live. It's you just one
Yeah.
take. Yeah,
And
totally
and you know what? Like I thought going back to Full Us just because just for the live audience basically because I didn't have that, and it was kind of weird to gauge the emotion in the theater. It's like
right.
you're literally performing for green screen, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But the difference with Fool Us and the CW and us during Big Trick Energy, it's because Fool Us they have people who knows how to edit magic, which is super key when you're doing magic on TV. And for us on Big Trick Energy, they were just like no one knowing what they were doing at all. They literally shift. They shift our show, our vision, everything. Which is a little bit kind of a bummer, but I'm still proud of doing that, that I did
Yeah.
that with the boys.
But dude, you got that forever. You have your own television show. It's on Netflix now, correct?
It was on Netflix Canada for like 3 years, which is insane, like going in a plane, going to see some family somewhere else in the world, take the plane and I see myself in front of the TV in the plane, I was just like, what the hell? Like, I was just, I didn't couldn't believe it, you know? Like, I've never thought like the young kid from Gatineau, Ottawa would have his own TV show in the plane, you know? That's just insane. I still can't believe that. It's crazy. It is crazy.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So tell me about it. I saw on your credit on your website the Just for Laughs thing. What did you do for Just for Laughs?
So I'm maybe 2 hours away from Montreal. And if you know Montreal, you know that Just for Laugh was created there. They have like the biggest um, comedy festival there. And I was just invited to do a performance on stage, I think 2 years ago. And it was amazing. And it was outside as well. And there's like a thousand people crowd watching you outside. And they have like 5 different stage. It's just great. It's great. You should go actually. It's very cool. It's you know, the way they
Well,
treat you, they treat the artists very well as well. So yeah, it was just awesome. And the craziest part, I was just like, I was kind of nervous because I'm not a comedian, you know?
right.
Like I can do a couple of jokes, I can say a couple of jokes, I can make stuff funny, but I was just like, oh my God. Like, you know how it is in the comedy world, like comedians hate magicians, you know, so it's just like, oh, but it was good. I loved it. It was a great experience. I think I'm going back this year actually. So
Wow. Well, I love comedy too. So I would love just being in that world because so much fun. So you were on stage. They didn't have you like performing like street magic type thing because you said outside.
yeah, it was on stage, one of the biggest as well, right in the heart of Saint Catherine Street, which is like I don't know how to say it in English. It's le quartier des artistes. It's like the artists you know, place in Montreal. So there's like a big street of like many bars, many shows, and it's always going in the summertime. So we're very, you know, lucky to have that. But
Wow.
yeah, it's insane. Like Cirque du Soleil does insane performances during summer as well. It's very cool. Jazz festival is there, blues festival, they have everything.
So tell me about the music. Tell me about the drumming. Where did that come into play?
That's because of my dad. That's because of
Yeah.
my crazy hippie parents. So yeah, he's a drummer as well. His father was a drummer. His father was a drummer. So music runs in my blood more than magic actually. Um, and yeah, I just had this sense of like even when I started magic, I was like, why is every magician are similar? You know, why do they all look the same? Why do they all say the same thing? And because of music, I was just like, I want to shift something. And for me, you know, not necessarily in the magic world, but like, um, yeah, it's just I wanted to bring something else to the table with music. And I'm working on my brand new show right now, which combines a lot of magical and music instrument to do something insane with it. And the challenge there was to, as you know, when you mix magic and music, it's super easy to be cheesy, right? Like extremely easy to be cheesy. And this is the last thing I wanted by creating those effects. So yeah, but yeah, music has always been there. I've been playing drums since I was like, you know, on my father's lap when I was a kid. And I'm in love with it, you know. I think music brings a lot of things for me. It's a great way to create stuff as well. The second I hear a song, I'm just like, oh man, I'm visually visualizing something right now with cards or with an object. Yeah, music is runs in my vein.
Do you use like your own music? Do you write your own music and then use that with your magic?
I do a little bit as well. Yeah, yeah,
No.
for sure. I've probably created like if we talk about the music where like maybe close to 1,000 of guitar riffs, you know, that is in the library right now that I don't know what to do with it. Maybe I'm gonna shift a little bit my not my career, but just try to actually do music sometimes for the general public. But yeah, it's weird. I'm in love with all style of music, which is cool as well, you know.
So
Like
you
Yeah.
play guitar as well.
yeah, guitar as well. That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
play
Did
guitar. But I'm a drummer. I'm a drummer. Like if we go to a bar and we're talking, I'm just gonna be like all the time, and you're gonna see my legs shake. Like I'm a drummer. I'm a drummer. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We did a act for a couple of years where she loves I Love Lucy. So we did an I Love Lucy type act where I was the magician, she was the assistant. Anytime I left the stage to get a prop or do something, or she left it behind, she was doing magic. And one time I asked her to put on the music, just put on music for me, and I stepped way up to the edge of the stage. She's behind me. She pulls out her violin and starts playing because she played violin in college. And but it was hard with the violin because the heat and the strings and
Yeah, with as much as we're on the road in the summertime, it was hard to keep it tuned and keep everything right.
Yeah, that's
I think I would need a better transportation system, I think, for it.
yeah, we were scared we were gonna mess up her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. What like I'm creating an effect with a drum set actually, and like the one thing that comes back all the time with people helping me building this effect, it's like how the hell are you gonna transport that like to venues, like it's a big piece, and I never wanted to do big illusions like this, but like I have to. It's just gonna be awesome. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. It's gonna be great.
The only thing I can imagine that you do it, I don't. If you don't want to say, don't say. But all I can imagine is you playing the drums back behind it to a song or whatever, and you're levitating, and all you can reach is the cymbals, and then you go back down. That's all I can think of. Yeah.
Like, yeah, a couple of my friends were like just like the card sword, like use that with the drumstick. So I'm trying to build something with that, but that's not for my show. I'm just like, playing around with stuff. But that could be very cool. You take a drumstick, take a card, throw the cards in the air, and you stab the card with a drumstick. That could be really cool.
Or after you play it, you just do a switch, and now you have that
Yeah.
sword instead of that. Yeah,
Sure.
instead of drums you're
Sure.
playing. You could probably play drums with a card where you need it.
Yeah, probably. I was thinking also to just palm one like this and hold the stick, and it's already like in the
Yeah.
stick. So yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, there's so many ways to do so many stuff in Magic too, that I love it so much. I love it. Love it. I love it.
Be great. Say something.
I'm actually married to Magic for real. What's that?
I say get you two in the same room with the passion that you have for magic. I don't
Oh my God. Don't put a camera in there. We're gonna do some crazy stuff.
You might come up with some really awesome stuff though.
That's right. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But real quick, well, we're talking about the music stuff because you were asking about how you came up with, your, what do you say? We come up with the tricks and everything. I don't have the word in my. Have you ever just heard a song or a piece of music and being like, this is what the magic piece I'm going to put to that? Have you gone that way? Yeah.
Absolutely. So story time. So in the last year and a half, I've created with my team the biggest dinner shows in Quebec. Okay.
Oh, wow.
We sold 5,000 tickets, a little bit over that, in 5 major cities in like a month. And what's crazy with that, I'm going back to you. I'm going to answer your question, by the way, but
Okay.
story time. And it's crazy for me because I'm not well known in Quebec. I'm known, but I'm not like a celebrity in Quebec, which is super weird because I've been doing magic here for a while. But the problem in Quebec is because we only have room for one magician, which is fucked up for me. All right. Like there's thousands of comedians, thousands of musicians, a space for one magician, which is gonna be me very soon. I promise. I promise. I promise. All this to say, these shows, the first one we did was a Harry Potter themed magic show, which was insane. I had like maybe 3 months to come up with like effects and stuff like that. And the problem with that, even if I'm a huge fan of Harry Potter, is it's just like it's not me. It's not like it's not me. So the show was great, but Warner Brothers sent us a cease and desist letter to tell us to basically fuck off. And we're just like, oh my God, we just rented like the biggest room in Montreal. It was like 30 grand for like a weekend. What are we gonna do? So I created Alice in Wonderland theme show called Alex in Wonderland because we discovered that Alice in Wonderland, like the original one, has no copyrights anymore. So you can create stuff around that. And because of this, it was my own world, basically. I could do whatever I wanted. And I already wrote a couple of one-man shows before. So I took a couple of ideas, put it together, and I had a messed up, weird Alex in Wonderland world. And I wanted to talk about me. I wanted the audience in Quebec to discover some of my stories and try to connect with me so I can connect with them. That was my whole goal. And magic can only work because of them, right? It's not about me, it's about us, it's about you guys. And I heard a song by Sleep Token once this year. It's Atlantic, I think, and it's super emotional. It's like it starts off with like a beautiful piano melody and it goes insane. So you have different emotions in one song. And I was like, oh, I want to talk about heartbreaks. And a heartbreak, there's many different emotions when you're in love, when you have a heartbreak. And this song was just fitting perfectly with the theme of this act, basically. And I was like, what can I do so it's not so that it's edgy, but not gross, right? So it's emotionally appealing as well. So I did a needle swallowing routine, but it's not gross. It's romantic. It's beautiful. It's dangerous. It's super weird. And because of this song, I created this act, and now it's one of my babies right now. It's beautiful. It starts with a dress form beside me with a balloon shaped heart on it. I pop the balloon. The song start, and all the needles are in the dress form. It's just beautiful, and that's one of the thing I wanted to do with those kind of effects as well, because I don't want to, even if I look like a rocker, similar to maybe Chris Angel or edgy, like a couple of other magicians, like all the effects I'm going to do that are dangerous or edgy, they're still going to be visually, emotionally appealing more than gross, because of one song. All this because of one song. So yeah.
All right. So can you describe it more? I want more. I have
Yes.
two. So you pop it, you're pulling out the needles out of the doll, you put them in your mouth. Just like
Okay,
you hold them.
so here's what's up. So it starts with what's the song? What's the song again? It's like a jazzy song, right? So the lights are closed, it opens, you hear a jazzy song, come on stage with a smirk. I sit on the bench, I sit on the stool, and besides me, we have the dress form, a small table with stuff on it, and how do you call that? Like it's just a whiteboard to paint on it, like a canvas, a white canvas, right? And there's a candle and a wine glass on my table. So I start the routine, sit down, lit the candle up, take a glass of wine, cheers to the crowd, take a sip, look at the canvas, take my paint, start drawing a bunch of scribble on it. I wait, turn the canvas around, and there's a face of a woman, right? People are applauding. I wait a little bit, and you hear like a huge subwoofer, like a huge bass sound, and the candle shuts off. And I'm just like, what the hell? And now I start talking about heartbreaks and how hard it is. And for me, heartbreaks really felt like it was 100 needle piercing your heart. So let me show you what I meant. Let me show you how it felt. Now I take a needle, blow the balloon up, and now the song start. And now I put all the needles in my mouth, take a piece of thread, a red a piece of string that is on the heart of the dress form. It's crazy to say visually, but like I'll send you a picture, you're gonna be like, holy shit, that's pretty cool. I take a piece of thread, place it in my mouth, and now the crazy part of the song, starts. I go like this, take all the needle in the string from my mouth, I go like that. Everyone are applauding. Now the song goes a bit slower, and I put all the needle with the string around the neck of the dress form, so it's like a necklace. I take the canvas with the painted woman's face on it. I place it on the dress form, so now it's like a woman. I walk out of this little setup. I look back one more time. I look at the audience. The candle lights up again by itself. Blackout.
Wow. I like it. 100
Yeah.
needles piercing my heart.
Yeah.
That brought it all together.
Yeah.
Just
Let me
that.
know, and guys, let me know if next time you want me to say it in English.
Yeah.
Can we
No,
have English subtitles here, by the way? Can we have that?
it was awesome.
No, it was good.
was
It was
awesome.
good.
The 100
That was
needles
great.
piercing your heart, though, brought
Yes.
it all. That's what tied it together. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
you're swing, you put them in your mouth, what making you swallow? Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it, man.
Thank
So
you.
on your page, on your website, you have all these celebrities that you've met. How did
Yeah.
you come across Martin Short? I'm a big comedy fan. So how'd you come across?
So me too, man. I'm a huge Martin Short fan. What again? Since my parents are like older, I've been raised in like old school comedy, old school entertainment, which is the best in my opinion. Still the best, you know. Now it's like cancel culture. Can't say this, can't do that. Anyways, you get what I mean. So when I was 18 years old, they bought Got Talent in Canada for the first time. So it was Canada's Got Talent basically, and they had no idea what to do. It didn't even last the whole season, which is crazy. But that's how I met Martin Short. He was one of the judges, and I met him backstage. I met him during my performance on stage as well. And he was just like exactly what you think he is. Just crazy, screaming, making people laugh all the time. Mr. Entertainment himself. And yeah, he was just amazing. Like I was doing a couple of tricks to him. He was mind blown. And like you know, that's that's crazy when you met celebrities that like that too, you know? You're like you know that they met a lot of magicians in their life. So you're like, "Oh, are they just saying this because they want to be cool?" But yeah, man, I was just 18 years old doing magic to one of my idols. It was just insane. It was great.
So you were on Britain's Got Talent or Canada's Got Talent.
Yeah, yeah, and the
What
series
act?
that the season just cut in the middle, like on TV for everyone. So my performance was never aired. A lot of my friends' performance was never aired. It was just like not telling anyone that they're just like stopping it, which is insane.
What act did you do? What were you doing?
So awful, so awful. Uh, so
It's
uh,
old news. I'm just curious.
yeah. So I wanted to do close-up magic on stage. Close-up magic on stage when I was 18 on TV was not a thing. The only guy that I saw doing that was Alain Chaquette, basically. So I wanted to bring back the classics. So I created I don't want to say created this, but you know, I created this without knowing it existed before. Let's put it this way. When I was super young, I was like maybe 15, and I discovered rubber cement, my man. So, and I discovered Angle Z by Daniel Madison as well, which was something else called something by Jay Sankey. But it's basically this: you ask someone to take any card, you ask them to place their hand on top on the table like this. You take another card, take the corner of it, make it disappear, and you're like, I'm gonna make the corner reappear under your card, under your hand. And they're like, okay, no, no fucking way, this is going to happen. You know, they're holding it this way and you're like, all right, remove your hand slowly. They go like this. I'm like, look under the card, and there's no corner. And people are just like, what the hell? And I'm like, oh, I know what happened. The corner needed to pass through your hand and through the card, but I think it got stuck somewhere. And you see people doing like, what the? I'm like, no, no, not in your hand, inside the card. And you tear up the card like this, right? You open it.
Yeah.
In the card, there's a fucking corner of his card, which is insane. So yeah, that was my reputation maker for years, by the way. Like everyone knows me because of that. He made a corner appear inside of a card, which brings me back to when you're able to perform an effect that is easily understandable for someone, meaning that they can tell their friends about your effect with one sentence, you've done your job. You know.
Absolutely, absolutely. I did a close up gig a couple years ago, and I'll never forget it. I did torn and restored card. I was doing card to pocket. Card vanishes from here, reappears in my wallet or something, or under them or whatever. And they were like, "Do you know anything else besides card tricks?" All of these are different, though. All of these are. It was just an old man, but dude, yes, here's some coins, and I did. But it's like the audience they don't understand that was totally different skills involved to do all that. Yeah.
Totally right. You're totally right. There's another story I can tell you about that. Me and I won't say his name, Eric Leclerc. We're in a bar once for our annual pool and shooter event with all kinds of friends, and I only brought well, I had a bunch of stuff on me, obviously, but I only wanted to perform one trick. And we were kind of drunk. Everyone was on partying, good times, great vibes. And Eric was performing a bunch of tricks all the time, like nonstop. And it was my first time with this these people, I think. And one of the guy told me, he's like, "All right, it's your turn now. Show us something." you know, after seeing like 100 tricks by other magicians as well, you know? And I'm like, all right, well, listen, guys, I'm only going to perform one. And when I said that, I learned from it, by the way, I was younger. Everyone was just like, okay, okay. By just saying this, you know? So I built mystery on that. And the effect that I did was the effect I told you, the corner inside of the card. And I was just like, I took my card, placed it back inside of the box, and I was the talk of the night. Because first of all, it's impossible. I didn't overperform. I was just like, all right, watch this. Boom, boom, boom. That's it, you know? And I learned a lot from that night actually. But yeah, here's a quick lesson in magic for you guys listening.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, a lot too much juggling, too much of everything. It just washes over them. They can't remember it all, but they can remember that. Yeah. And it seems like, you know, it took a lot out of you. It was so amazing that you have to recharge your magic powers now, because they were doing tricks. They could do that all night. This is magic.
I don't know I don't know who told me that, and you're totally right, by the way. You have to know when to stop also performing. And sometimes as a magician, maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I think. Sometimes as a magician, we get caught up in the fact that we're performers and we have to show off. We have to, you know, show people impossible things because we're fucking amazing as magicians, you know? And it's the opposite, man. Magic is a gift. It's unique, you know? It's something rare. It's like falling in love, you know? It's not every day, you know? It's like you know, I don't know. There's so many things that is similar to magic, and personally, I think it's a gift, you know. So you have to know when to stop and or to start as well, you know. Dude, there's so many stories I can tell you, you know, like stories to know when to stop. All right, me and Eric were in the casino once, and we're just chilling, and there's a couple of other magicians that came chill with us. Oh my God, listen to this, dude. So we're doing a bunch of tricks at the bar. Everything went great. And one of our magician friends, which he was like more of a beginner, was just like doing sponge balls all the time at the same table. And me and Eric were watching the spectator, and it was just like
Oh,
not really watching anymore, just like with one eye open, you know, almost sleeping. And we were like, fuck, is he gonna stop performing? Like, it's now it's the time to stop, bro. Like, go see a girl or go do something else, you know? And this fucking guy, bro, fucking just threw up on the table ah, on my buddy sponge ball, and it was just like, no, no, but put your hand like this. Put your hand, yeah, the other hand, yeah, just. And I was just like, guy, it's over. Stop performing. It's done. Like he's passed out. Like stop. And it's also sponge ball. Don't do it. You know.
Oh man,
yeah.
I don't even. How do you follow that? I don't even know what to say. But
fuck,
more. I mean, think about it. You're saying it's a gift. It just makes me think. I have 4-year-old kids. Christmas rolls around. They got a stack of toys down there.
buddy.
Right after they open everything, they find 1 or 2 they play with for the next 2 weeks. They have all of that. They don't remember all the stuff they open. It's less is more sometimes, man.
Yeah.
In life. Yeah. All right. He's scrolling on his phone for the listeners at home. He's got stories on his phone. Give me another one.
Well, you know what? I was just gonna write the story I just told you guys because it's missing in my storybook.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a magic convention? That was just
not at all, just like a random night out, you know, just like so yeah, the reason why you have to know when to stop performing magic in a night. Yeah.
I've never heard of anyone. I mean, a drink is spilled at the table, you stop and you clean it up and you move on. But throwing up and still going, either we're wrong, maybe that's determination, and he's trying to fit it.
No, the guy puked on his props. You're done. You're just
he was so impressed that he puked all over. You know.
Yeah. No,
sure.
That's never happened.
You can put a positive spin on that if you'd like to.
Oh, God, yeah.
He does on that guy's website. He does.
Yeah.
All right.
So what do you guys have behind you? Is that a magic shop? Like, do you own a shop, or is that just your living room?
This is his magic room. We're in his magic room, so this is just a section. He has the largest room in the house for magic.
How much?
So, yeah.
It goes.
Oh my God.
And over there, where's my hand at? I gotta find my finger. Boop. That right there is a secret passageway. It opens up to the rest of the room.
It's not so secret anymore because he tells everybody about it.
Well, because it's cool.
It's a secret
That's
passage.
insane. Dude, you must be so proud of this. You're such a geek. I love it.
I am. This is another thing. She is a health coach. She helps people lose weight all over the country. We've been married for 16 years, and she's like, man, I just wish I had passion about anything like you do magic, because I'm watching magic videos, I'm practicing magic, I'm talking to my magic friends, I'm always working on new stuff, and I'm not happy if I'm not performing. I have to be on the road performing. I love it. I have days off. I'm like, what did I do wrong in my marketing? I need to work harder. People are like, no, enjoy your day off. I must have done something wrong. I have a day off. And she's like, I wish I had something like that. So now she's a health coach.
Yeah.
She's going back to college to get her
Masters.
Congrats. That's amazing.
Nutrition. Yeah. So, yep. So
Great.
I found my passion.
Finally, after all these years.
I'm wondering if sometimes our passion becomes an obsession, you know? That's a whole different game out there, but yeah, congrats. I'm very happy for
all of this stuff. Less is more, right?
Oh yeah.
And I have all this stuff, and I do have a magic shop that I sell, but this is all my crap.
He doesn't go less is more when he buys magic. It's
Me and Eric, every time we go to a convention or you know, we're always like, we cannot wait to buy stuff we're never gonna use. You know?
Yeah.
Literally. Like I have boxes filled like with like effects that I've never even opened yet, you know, and I'm sure you're the same, you know, like there you go.
This isn't in my show.
And by the way, that's not a real drum set. That's just a background. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine. No,
I thought you were going to say that for real. I was like, wow. But no, my show is in my RV. My show is in my trailer. You know, I don't use this stuff, but I also want to collect secrets. I want to collect because I might use that method for something else. Even though I won't use that prop, I might use that method to create something else. Yeah,
man, I get it. Like, there's so many methods as well, like that I came up with that are, you know, they're better for like social media as well. I don't want to say social media. Let's call it like camera magic or lens magic or something like that. But like, yeah, I just love the fact that we have like a new way of expressing ourselves in front of a camera now, you know. I don't know where I was going with this, but I should get a drink. Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. So Guinness Book, how was the Guinness Book experience? Do you have your banner hanging, your sign?
Yeah, I do have it. I still don't know why the exact title of my world record. I still don't know it. I think it's the biggest chain of online magic trick done by a couple of thousands of people.
So did all people get the banner? Do you get the plaque?
I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. I have no idea that this era is such a blur, man. Like the Big Trick Energy era is just like I was like 27, discovering like the party life. I have had like the first time I had actual money, you know, like real money that I could spend and do a bunch of crazy stuff. We were partying all the time. Yeah, it was during COVID as well. Weird ass era. Yeah, it's just a blur. But I learned a lot. Biggest learning curve of my life. I learned to put my ego aside, which is super important if you're a performer, I think. I learned to be okay with other people's advice and what they say you're wrong about, you know, like knowing you're wrong for real. Such a big learning curve. I do it again.
How much of that show is on the cutting room floor?
What do you mean?
How much of the stuff did you guys? When I worked on Carbonero, we filmed so much that never went to.
Oh, I see. Oh man, like 25%.
That's
and it's 25% of not good. Well, I'm not gonna say not good stuff, but like the stuff that we didn't really want to show on TV. Stuff that they're like, don't worry, we're gonna film it, but we're not gonna use it. That kind of stuff, you know? Because our goal was to be, you know, Carbonaro Effect, meet Impractical Joker, meet Jackass. That was the goal, which is super cool. You know, it's brand new. It's like never been done before. And we had the energy, the personality to do that. And dude, we created for like 5 months, original effects, brand new methods, brand new everything. It's somewhere in Hollywood, you know, and fuck, it's sad a little bit, but you know, can't think
Do you
about
guys
that.
do you guys own the rights to it, or is it the production company owns the rights to the show? Like, could you bring it back?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know the boys won't do anything about it for sure. Chris is talking to aliens as we speak. Wes is touring the world. Eric is touring as well. So, you know, we're still friends, but you know, it's a little bit different now.
Yeah, yeah.
But the band broke. The band broke. But we're still best friends. You know, we talk every day. But yeah, it's just sad, you know, like there's so many. I remember coming back to the room at like 1 a.m., you know, after filming a, you know, 10-hour day of shoot, being so proud, you know, talking with the boys, talking about like, oh my God, this is gonna be insane. Like we just did that, we did this, we did that. And every time we were watching a new episode, we're just like, where is it? Where's our original effect? And not only that, remember when I was telling you about like people not knowing how to edit magic? It showed a lot in Big Trick Energy. And I think this is why a couple of people were like, hey, this is stage. You know, all this is fake, you know, like they're not performing for real people and stuff. So, you know, like I'll give you an example, you know. You were asking someone to pick a card, and there were like three jump cuts. It's like, yo, use one camera for me to just ask someone to pick a card. You know, like we don't need to cut to his reaction of him wondering if which card to pick. You know, like you don't do that in Magic. You know, so yeah, it was a bit weird, a bit weird.
Wow. Wow. And then everybody online is just jumping on saying fake, fake, fake. And it's like you
Exactly.
don't have editing control. And
Oh,
that was the
and
problem.
that's the other part. Like we had like Chris Ramsay as an executive producer, and me as well, who are extremely capable of. I did that with my mind, by the way.
That was
Extremely,
awesome.
extremely capable of editing anything. You know, like that's our job. Like we're YouTubers as well. We like you know like I edit videos for made massive companies. Um, so for us to not have this being able to just jump in the edit room was quite something. And again, because of COVID, you know, but I wouldn't change anything, man. I learned so much, and I think everything happened for a reason. And I wouldn't be the guy I am today without this. So I'm proud.
That, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What was the beer budget on that show? You guys all seem like you're party drinkers. So, did you have a guy on staff just carrying the keg?
So one thing we wanted to do was basically drink on set. You know, it
Yeah.
sounds crazy, but we wanted to be those guys, you know, like the jackass of magic, but that the whole family can watch, you know. Yeah, we drank a lot, man. We spent so much money on partying. It's crazy. I still can't fucking believe it. But worth it. We had fun, you know. And the thing is that saying we partied every night, we were more jamming and creating every night too, you know, like
Right.
we're having a phone call at like 2 a.m. from the producers saying like, "Hey, tomorrow we're doing something in a pet store. You have to come up with like 5 new tricks." And we're just like, "Dude, we're going to bed. Like, we already wrote like thousands of effect for like 5 months ago. Like, why do we need this?" So, you know, that was another challenge for us, but a cool one as well, you know.
That's TV. We were animal trainers on the show, and they're like, "Hey, tomorrow we need a puppy that we're picking up at 8. Well, picking up today at 6 p.m. And I needed to run through a crowded park and go into a tent tomorrow. This is a 8-week-old puppy. We were up
Yeah.
till 4 in the morning just trying to get it to come to us when we called it and training that dog. That was our job on set. You never know on television, man. Throwing stuff at you last minute and expect it done.
Yeah, there was a bit going back to drinking. There was a bit called Drunk Magic actually. It was super cool. We filmed a bunch of drunk magic segment, and dude, the production, fuck, dude, they're just like we cannot air that. There was just like we cannot air that at all. You guys are just insane. Like you're out of your mind. We're like, hey man, you bought that show. like you knew exactly what we were capable of, and or what we wanted to deliver. And it was not even that intense, but yeah, we got molded pretty quickly in the process, basically. Maybe, we filmed maybe for almost 4 months, and in the first 2 weeks we knew there was something shady going on, you know. But
Wow.
yeah.
So as far as magic consultants, it was just you four. There was nobody else.
No, I had the pleasure of working with Daniel Garcia,
Okay.
Rick
Okay.
La Vega, and Marcus City as a team.
So
Uh,
Marcus, I cut you off. Marcus Eddy, Daniel Garcia, somebody else?
Rico de la Vega.
Okay. Okay.
Like, he's like Cyril's #1 consultant, and he consult for like so many people. He's amazing. He's a ninja, man. You need something, he's just like, yeah, I have something for you. He's just like, bring something, build something, boom, you have it. Just
Wow.
insane. Marcus is just a creative genius, and Danny is fucking god. Uh,
Yeah.
and one of the reason why I wouldn't change anything for this experience is because they're all my you know like childhood heroes, man. I
Yeah.
remember watching Garcia when I was like, for real, like 10 years old, being like, oh my God, like I want to learn how to create stuff like him. I want to learn his trick. And next thing you know, he's in my hotel room having a drink with me, creating tricks for my show. I was just like, what the fuck is it? Like, I still can't believe it today. Just
That's
insane.
awesome.
Yeah.
Golly, awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
And
I wish
again,
you guys were bigger names in the world and not just magic world, but the behind the scenes, they're amazing guys. More people should know who they are, but have no idea. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, especially, like Danny he's a great performer too, man. Like he knows he's great with beats and dopamine hit. When he knows like how to work someone's perspective on how he's supposed to watch a magic trick too. Like he has so many secrets, like so many recipe for a trick to work well, or an effect or an emotion. He's a genius, man. I learned so
That's
much. Yeah.
all right. We're getting close to wrapping this up. Not yet, but getting close. What do you
Yeah.
have coming up? Do you have something you want to tease of new projects you're working on or anything?
Yeah, well, I'm posting a bunch more online recently because I'm competing for the new FISM online magic competition, which I'm super extremely happy and proud of what I've done. You know, it took me like 2 weeks to build just the act, and I posted like 2 weeks ago. And again, I'm gonna say something. Like, even though like I have like a lot of like things that I've done. Like, I still feel like I'm a young kid, and I'm still getting inspired every day by so many people and so many magicians, so many art form. So I'm still like pinching myself, you know. I'm just happy and honored to be part of this community. And you guys should go watch my act, that the clip I posted on Instagram. It's crazy. It's it's fucking insane. Like, I spent like almost 2 grand on it, just for a minute clip, you know. And it's big
But
trade.
your FISM act, your online FISM act is already out. People can see it now. The whole
Yes,
thing.
yes, which is insane
Wow.
to me, but yeah, it's already out. Everyone or that are competing is out. All the clips are out. And I want to talk a little bit about that. Like, it's there's there's um there's an art form in this world if you do it right, you know. And I think there's a lot of magician in this world that doesn't understand that yet, because they see like bullshit magic videos, bullshit magician revealing tricks, and they're not even magicians. They just buy a trick, reveal it. Um, but there's an art there. There's art in many aspects of life, and my goal with this act was to just be clever, to not do a three fly routine, even if I love it, to not do just a card routine and or having a stable camera like this and just perform to the camera. So I just wanted to be clever with fucking people's expectation with what's going on as well. And I think I did it. So I'm very proud. I don't know if I'm gonna win, but wish me luck. I have my fingers and my balls crossed right now. So can I say this? Yeah, is that okay?
You just did. You just did.
You're good.
When is FISM?
It's July 14 to 19 in Italy, in Torino, which is going to be insane. It's going to be pretty crazy, actually. There's at least 5,000 magicians that going there. You know, it's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna eat a lot of pizzas there, drink lots of wine, meet cool people. You guys should come. Watching this, magician, come. It's gonna be amazing.
That's awesome, dude. One day I'd like to go to FISM, but you know, summertime resorts. I got to work. That's what all the everybody's vacations, man. Yeah.
Where do you perform? What resort?
Local resorts around hour and a half from me.
Where are you guys
4 hours
located, by the way?
furthest. Yeah,
Where are you guys located, by the way?
Virginia.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So we got ski resorts around us. Yeah.
All sorts of
Hyatt
camping
resorts
all
and
sorts of
camping
things.
resorts and
Yeah.
all kinds of different places. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's sick, man. So we're working all the time, eh? You crazy guy.
I love it. I don't like being off, man. If I'm off, I'm like, let's do a podcast. We gotta fill the day with content. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah.
Get it, man. And you know what? Just taking the time, like taking time to do something else, I don't really enjoy it as well. You know, like I guess that's how it works. I don't know. Like even like my girlfriend's gonna call me, and she's gonna be like, "Hey, do you want to go walk at the beach?" I'm like, but I could film a video right now. You know, I could, like I could. Anyways, I have to.
Oh,
You
come on,
guys,
we go
you guys,
and
I,
keep.
I, I, I have I have to let you guys go because I have to go walk on the beach. But yeah, anyways.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. I get it. I get it. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I started vlogging because I was like, I'm filming content. So
Yeah.
let's go to a theme park. I'll vlog today and I'll feel like I'm working. You know, we'll
Yeah.
get something out of it. So I get it. I get it 100%. Dude, you're the best. Tell everybody your Instagram, your website, everything.
Oh wow. First of all, thanks for watching, guys. Wes is amazing, Natalie as well. Go watch all the other podcasts. They're amazing. If you want to learn anything about magic or the world of magic, please go watch. It's amazing. My handle on Instagram is just my name, Alex Boyer. I think it's the same thing on YouTube and Facebook. So yeah, I teach magic on YouTube. I said teach and not reveal tricks on YouTube. Yeah, I create a lot of original methods and effect on Instagram. I know you guys are gonna love it. And Facebook is just like pranks and stuff like that. If you want to get to know me a little bit more, this is the place to go. And hopefully I win the online magic competition thing at FISM. I'd love to be the ambassador of the online world, you know, so wish me luck, people.
Dude, that is awesome. What is your ratio for English and French for all your YouTube and Instagram?
Oh man, it's I more English people than French for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
You don't do this video twice in
No,
French.
no, I only perform and make videos in English. I'll start in French really soon, just because I'm working on a brand new project. But yeah, it's mostly English.
Dude, you're the best. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming
No
today.
worries.
You're awesome.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me. It was a blast.
Only thing we have left to say is see you next week.
Hell yeah. Peace.
Check us out online at wesisley.com and patreon.com/Wes_Iseli for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled WESISELI.